Am I the idiot for planning to divorce my arranged wife? And buckle up because this is a long one. We've been married for 5 months and are both 26. I should mention it is an arranged marriage. Prior to our marriage, my wife seemed like an introvert who didn't talk much, but she often appeared moody. I had my doubts, but we had a discussion where she assured me of her desire to marry me and started talking to me joyfully. This continued for about 4 to 5 months. However, after we got married, she completely changed overnight. She only spoke to me when there was a genuine need, and her behavior became distant. Then, one night, about a week later, she confessed that she had been in love with someone else for the past 7 years and that they were still in love. I was shocked and furious that she hadn't disclosed this before our marriage. In a panic, she twisted her words, claiming it was her friend's story and not her own. Being half asleep, I believed her. A few weeks later, I noticed her blushing while talking to someone on the phone. Their conversation was on the borderline of being inappropriate, and she seemed happier than she had ever been with me. After the call, she asked me to guess who she was talking to. I suggested it might be her friend, but I expressed my discomfort with the way they spoke. I asked her if I could meet him, but she gave a strange excuse, claiming that he was not a good person and it would be a waste of time for me to interact with him. She refuses to give me access to her phone, but one day, while using her laptop, I accidentally came across explicit messages between her and another man. These are recent messages. They were discussing meeting at a hotel room, and I remembered she had gone out last weekend. When I confronted her about it, she accused me of invading her privacy and claimed that she no longer trusted me. I showed her the screenshot of the messages as proof, and in response, she threatened to harm herself using a heated kitchen utensil if I didn't delete it. I was scared and ran into the bathroom, while she began banging on the door with my keyboard, which ended up breaking. Eventually, she made me agree to certain conditions and started blackmailing that she will injure herself if I don't agree and also will leave me. 1. I am not allowed to question her about anything from her past, even events that occurred prior to the current day. Essentially, I cannot ask her about anything other than what happened on the same day. 2. I am prohibited from touching her phone. 3. She locks away her personal belongings in a cupboard whenever she leaves the house. 4. I am not allowed to talk about her past with my parents or any relatives. This situation has taken a toll on me, and I'm constantly made to feel like the bad guy for breaching her privacy. My wife has now begun to complain to her family about her dissatisfaction with me on a daily basis. We don't have any physical intimacy, and I don't feel any remote interest from her. Recently, she suggested that I should contribute around 20% of my monthly income to cover her personal fun expenses, which I find to be a significant amount. While I don't mind supporting her financially, it hurts me that she shows no interest in being a wife or even a friend. I feel incredibly lonely. My typical daily routine starts with waking up around 8 a.m., preparing breakfast, as she usually wakes up around 10 a.m. after I leave for the office. I then head off to work at 9 a.m. and return home by around 7 p.m. After dinner, I usually spend my time watching videos on YouTube before going to bed, and the same routine repeats the next day. She shows no interest in engaging in conversations with me. She views me as a dull individual and constantly belittles me, claiming that unless I change, nobody would like me. She even suggests that I should start drinking alcohol and smoking, as she finds it enjoyable. However, I find fulfillment and joy in a different kind of lifestyle. During a recent trip to the mall, I took a photo of her. When she looked at it, she noticed that the angle wasn't flattering and proceeded to hit me in front of everyone. It was a hurtful experience, and though I almost cried, I managed to control my emotions. Such incidents occur almost every other day, and she has never once apologized or shown any empathy for her actions. I've reached a point where I believe I would be better off alone than staying with her, and I'm contemplating divorce. However, I fear that if I initiate the divorce process, she might harm herself. She has made it clear that she doesn't want anyone in my family to know about our issues, and she has threatened that she will end up in a hospital if she finds out that my family is aware of the situation. This seems like a subtle form of emotional blackmail. I'm at a crossroads in our relationship, wondering if it's too soon to consider ending it or if I should give it more time. Although she claims not to want a divorce, her actions indicate otherwise. She insists that for us to have a good life together, I need to change and become more broad-minded. She emphasizes particularly that I should not question her about the people she talks to. Edit, let me add a few more things. 1. Do I have any evidence that she had a boyfriend and is still in contact with him? Yes, I found a pen drive where she stored her memories with her boyfriend. I also had some screenshots that were synced to Google Drive, even though I deleted them from my phone. These screenshots showed their discussions about meeting up after our marriage. 2. Did she have a physical affair with him after our marriage? She claims they didn't, but I have lost complete trust in her. The last message I saw in one of the more recent chats was that her boyfriend decided to change his phone number, as they got caught. I'm uncertain if she is still chatting with him, but I can say that she is having an emotional affair even though it is not physical. 3. Does her boyfriend have feelings for her? Most likely not. It seems he is only interested in using her physically, otherwise he wouldn't have asked her to have sex, according to their chat history, after she married someone else. He doesn't want to marry her. However, she is fully infatuated with him and believes he is suffering because he didn't get to marry her. My feelings deserve a middle finger. 4. Did her family know about her boyfriend before our marriage? Yes, they were aware of her boyfriend prior to our marriage. 5. Why did she marry me? Her parents forced her into the marriage, based on her chat history with her boyfriend, which I had no knowledge of before our marriage. 6. Why does she want to stay in the marriage? She doesn't want to hurt her father. Her father probably did not approve of her boyfriend, and ending the marriage now would bring societal pressure and possibly tarnish their family's reputation. I'm quite certain she gives zero fucks about me or my family. 7. Do I have any feelings for her? No, I don't. But at one point, I thought that her boyfriend abandoned her. Maybe she would change if given some time. I genuinely feel scared, not even joking, by her unpredictable outbursts, which can occur over trivial matters such as a bad photo, not providing her with more money, not being overly engaging with her family members, or not participating in activities she considers exciting. It's bewildering to witness the stark contrast between how she presents herself to others and how she treats me, akin to the character Chandramukhi, as if she is possessed. 8. Does she face any danger from her family if I divorce her? I hope not, as I know her parents and don't believe they would resort to such actions. 9. Will she harm herself if I directly ask for a divorce on her face? Most likely yes. She has shown suicidal tendencies. Once, after our marriage, she asked me if I knew where we could get poison. Initially, I thought she was referring to a poison to kill rats or insects at our home, but she wasn't. On another occasion, when I asked her to wear a mask before going to the hospital due to the risk, she mentioned that she should die for what she did, without elaborating further. These incidents caused me to go through brief periods of depression. 10. Is it my fault for marrying her? To some extent, yes. I must admit that I overlooked certain warning signs, and her behavior took a drastic turn when I confronted her about it, after which I didn't probe her further. 11. What will happen if I divorce her? I will definitely be much happier, but she will most likely face difficulties due to her conservative parents and her boyfriend's disinterest in her. What do I plan to do? At this moment, I have decided not to confront her about the situation. This weekend, she will be going to her parents' place to attend her friend's wedding. Meanwhile, I plan to visit my own hometown, which is approximately 300 kilometers away from her hometown. During this time, I intend to reveal the truth to my parents. My mother already suspects that something is amiss, as she overheard a conversation between us during our stay at their place for a night. My mother also easily sensed that all is not well based on my facial expressions and tone of voice, as I am bad at hiding my mood. Now for a few comments before the update. Comment 1. Holy Christ, man. Hit the exit as fast as you can and don't stop. No one deserves this. Good luck to you. Comment 2. Since you come from a culture that has arranged marriages, I'm betting her family would be pretty damn upset to find out their daughter is having an affair. I'd point this out to her and let her know that her options are to get a quiet divorce or have a very, very loud one. Do you live somewhere that has institutions for mental health? If so, let her know you will be calling one for her the next time she threatens to harm herself. Comment 3. You deserve better than the abuse and disrespect you're getting. See if you can access evidence of her infidelity. Take screenshots of everything. Call a lawyer. Then tell her to pack her bags and move out. If she refuses, call her parents to come take her. Make sure you record your confrontations with her so she can't lie that you're abusing her. Now for the update. My wife has gone to her parents' home. While searching for evidence to support my claims, I broke the cupboard and came across her diary. Although I acknowledge that it is wrong of me to do so, I was desperate to find any proof to substantiate my allegations. In addition to documenting her meeting her boyfriend after marriage, it revealed that she has been suffering from bipolar disorder and takes medication on a daily basis. Shockingly, her father used her medication to manipulate her relationships, showing them to her boyfriend's parents to sabotage her chances of marriage. This explains her extreme mood swings, with her being very happy in the evenings and sad in the mornings. I also discovered that she had previously terminated a pregnancy with her boyfriend before our marriage, which is a big thing to me as it wasn't revealed before marriage. I have locked my apartment, left for my parents' home, and disclosed everything to them. They are furious that I didn't inform them earlier. I believe that we needed to adjust to married life for a few months before involving others. After discussing the situation, we have decided that ending the marriage is the best course of action. We have informed her parents, who acted as if they were unaware of everything. We have invited them to visit our home to witness the evidence from her diary and other proof of what happened before and after our marriage. The next day, her relatives who live near my parents' home came to look at the evidence we had, took some pictures, and they left without engaging in any arguments. Later, my wife called my father, apologized, and stated that she would refrain from using her phone for 2 years and stay with me. However, 5 minutes later, she angrily called me and demanded that I pick her up if I wanted to salvage the relationship. Otherwise, she threatened me with divorce. She abruptly ended the call and subsequently deleted, deactivated, or blocked me from her WhatsApp account. This behavior is a common tactic she employs, making me feel guilty by reacting in an aggressive manner and refusing to communicate for days until I apologize, even when she is at fault. Her last dialogue with me effectively seals the fate of our relationship. Interestingly, she conveniently forgot about the dialogue concerning self-injury. This will be my final conversation with her, and I have no desire to interact directly with her or her family members. It is probable that her parents will meet with mine today. However, I strongly prefer to avoid direct communication with her parents, and even the sight of their faces. My intention is for her to simply sign the necessary documents, attend 2 court hearings, and be done with the marriage. My family and I have agreed to pursue a divorce through a mutual lawyer. I have no intention of returning any evidence I have until the divorce process is fully completed. We have decided to return any gifts we exchanged during the marriage. Although I considered annulment as an option, it is challenging with stringent regulations that may require us to file a criminal case against her father for coercing her into the marriage, and usually they take a long time. I will pack her clothes and belongings and send them to her home address. Additionally, I intend to vacate the place I am currently staying in and rent it out, as it now feels like a haunted house to me. Initially, I will work remotely for a month from my parents' home and then reassess where I should move. That's the current situation. Everyone is extremely tired now. I have learned many lessons from this marriage, but it has left me with an extreme sense of distrust towards others. I also hold a small hope that she finds happiness in a potential marriage with her boyfriend. Nonetheless, I will not take leave from my job as I genuinely enjoy what I do at work, and it will aid in putting this nightmare behind me. I also found the comments on the previous post really helpful in shaping my actions. Thanks for your input. Comment 1. Block her as well, so she doesn't get to contact you again. Only communicate with her through your lawyer from now on. She'll only try to manipulate you again. Comment 2. Are you serious? You're just going to end the marriage because she has bipolar disorder and had a past relationship? That's messed up. You should be supportive and understanding, not abandoning her when she needs you the most. And did you even consider that her father might have coerced her into keeping her medical condition a secret? You're acting like a heartless jerk, and I hope her family sees through your lies. You should be ashamed of yourself for wanting to divorce her instead of being a loving partner. People like you are the reason arranged marriages get a bad rep. Grow a heart, and stop being so selfish. Comment 3. This is such a difficult situation, and I am happy that you have your family's support. I agree about getting the lawyer. Her father perpetuated a crime knowing full well that their daughter was mentally ill. To be honest, I think they were hoping you would be too embarrassed to ask for a divorce, especially so soon in the marriage. The blessing is that the marriage has not been consummated and no children. Once this mess is over, tell your family to let you pick your own bride in the future. If you like this video, you'll probably like these too. Also, while you're here, please consider subscribing. It's your support that keeps this channel alive and allows me to make better and longer videos. Have a great day.